So cold today, huh?
It's so cold.
freezing.
I'm doing like you لابس بس تم لابس أنا لابس
And لابسة دبل.
جاكيت التيشيرت تحت.
Like literally لابسة this jacket and this jacket.
انا لاول مره في حياتي لابس دلاغ طويل.
صحيح.
Excuse me.
أنت يصق ما تلبس
لا شوف دلاغ حمود شفت ما يبين عليه صوره كولا.
أنا على صورة.
صورة كولا.
شوف
على
That's actually pretty good.
أنا فلامينغوز.
I'm just black like my soul.
Okay, man. Thank you for the depressing.
بنسوي دلاغات سبون بوينت.
That's actually
That would be
nice.
cool.
I want one.
So let's start.
Yes.
Hello everyone, welcome to Spawn Point Podcast episode 4 season 3.
Should we have a disclaimer انه ما في before the spawn حقيقة.
Yeah, this week for anyone who's on Twitch, of course we stream this on Twitch. First with me is
Mims.
Allawi
and Hamoodz only today. ما عندنا رابع. Everyone is busy.
الله يرحم يويوز. No, he's not
No,
dead.
he's alive.
He's alive. Yeah, he's just busy.
لا رحمة الله على الميت والحي.
Just عشان ما حد يفهم غلط.
Yep.
You use is working. Today.
Yeah, he
Please,
just
at work.
he's providing, you
Ooh.
know.
Yeah.
سالفة
We all got to
السبز.
For
provide.
anyone who's in chat on Twitch, ما صار عندنا before the spawn because I was also busy. قبل podcast we're streaming a bit late. Mims has to leave directly after everyone's busy this week. هالأسبوع is like the busiest week.
Yeah.
So yeah, welcome everyone to Spawn Point Podcast.
And
As usual, thank you Red Bull Bahrain for
let's
the
sing.
Red Bull.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
That's the sound. That's
يركضون
good.
My
الشعب
second
اليوم.
Red Bull today.
Wait, what? Excuse me?
I'm so tired. I
Oh
have
my
to do so
God.
much work. It's a Friday. I'm not supposed to work, but I'm working.
You know, the
Do what you
doctor
gotta
told-
do.
Yeah.
You want to know something? The doctor told me إنه صادني شد by the way في لساني.
شد في لسانش.
أنا رحت to the dentist.
لسان عضلة.
Yeah.
يصير
Yeah. Actually, it's not happening.
Excuse me, sir.
اشتروني.
It is.
But yeah, basically the dentist like because so they're like يحفرون حق the crown for my teeth. Because of it صادني شد. زين and
أنا بطلع بوزي
yeah. So imagine the doctor was like start to drink warm stuff and guess what I'm drinking? Red Bull.
Red Bull helps though.
Exactly, it
ما
helps.
عليه شحل لسانش بشيل العضلات.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good
Yep.
ad for Red Bull.
Then let's start with some
In
topics.
news.
The biggest topic everyone been talking
Wait,
about it.
hold up.
It's
hold
the
up.
biggest topic. Mims, listen to this.
Where's the button?
Everyone has been talking about this week.
Bring out the button.
Just Ubisoft fixing some audio issues for Rainbow Six. Everyone been talking. This is like
Finally.
the biggest news. There's some small news that happened. There's not a lot of news, but this is the
في Arab Game Award as well.
Yeah, actually, it's happening. دحين ما صار له.
صار خلص.
خلص?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
Did you
I was
just-
sleeping
Did
yesterday.
you just
Yep.
talk about Rainbow?
Yeah.
Oh, by the
Okay,
way.
I'm joking. It was the joke. The joke is, and everyone knows what is the topic for this week. And this is going to be the biggest topic اللي بنتكلم عنه بعدين ممكن
نتكلم عن شنو؟
I'm actually excited for this because guess what? Actually,
And I have two
predicted this.
points on
I
this topic.
predicted
بس
this long time
let's
خلينا نخلص كل شيء
That's
نخليه حق
1%.
النهاية.
Really? You think?
يب.
خاف يروح الوقت علينا.
لا، لا،
This
لا.
topic is
No,
bigger.
this
We
is
لا
should
لا
start
لا.
it.
let's finish الأشياء القبلية. We start
And
with
this is
إيش
my
قبلي؟
only topic.
yeah. Yep.
Go for it.
Yeah, what is there before?
So we start always وش لعبتوا الأسبوع؟
Oh yes, actually,
Exactly.
we want to talk about this. Actually, we have to talk
Okay,
about it. I didn't play actually anything new this war. So,
Okay,
and did you play anything new, man?
I'm just playing Final Fantasy still finishing
So,
it up.
Allawi, I know,
Yep.
has been playing something kind of
A
new,
new
but
game.
not new.
A new game.
Yeah,
What do you
a
mean?
new to the PC.
So yep. So الأسبوع اللي طاف تكلمنا عن God of War releases on PC.
Yeah,
زين.
on Steam actually.
Played it.
It's so cool.
Finished it.
Oh, you finished it?
Yep.
Allawi,
Holy!
you never, from what I know, you never played the game, but you know that about the
I
game.
played 1, 2 and 3.
بس قصدي the new God of
لا
War.
اي بس اعرف كل شيء عنها يعني زين
You know the
اذا
story,
انا دائما
yeah.
اذا ما العب اللعبه ما عندي فكره ان العب اللعبه the game is so big انزين ف I need at least to research about it
And then
اقرا
you
عنها اي
get information and it's like
Exactly.
the story you want
بالضبط.
to especially إذا كانت on console.
إيه،
Not
on
everyone
console.
got console.
بلس انك انت اول ما نزلت PS5 حتى كلمت حسان قلت له حسان So the game is on PS5 حاليا and then can play it as backward compatible.
Yeah.
And then is it worth ان العبها على PS4 ولا I hustle to get a PS5 يعني كنت باخذها من عند اخوي اساسا لان plus ان 30 frames on PS4.
Yeah.
30 frames بالنسبه لي is a no في ولا لعبه.
I played it on
something
PS4
30
because
FPS looks like lag in my eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would wait انزين to get على الاقل سالفه PS5 عشان اقدر العبها at least on 60 FPS انزين or a 4K يعني انا بلعبها 4K ما بلعب اول 20
higher something like it looks cool, you know.
I know the game is full of cutscenes and you need to play it on 24 sorry on 30 FPS
لان الكاتسينز are rendered 30
بس most of it is a gameplay as well.
Exactly. But it's fun to switch يعني عندك there are some games you can play them in 60 FPS but the cutscene is 30 FPS and that's totally fine.
بس هو يعني انه it has really great cutscenes بس بعد the gameplay looks beautiful يعني
Of course.
without the cutscene. So what's your opinion about the game? Your short review.
Starting
No spoilers of course.
Download the game and then قلت اولا I have a 1080 graphic card so بالنسبه لي شراي بعد ما العب اللعبه انزين or I'll try it how it performs on my graphic card انزين وبعدين اقدر اقرر انا. اوكي طلعت بنش ماركينج قبل لا العب ما حصلت يعني الشيء اللي ابيه قلت لا خلني لمي ترايت. جربتها ترانز بيرفكتلي ما اول شيء ما لمست السيتنجز قلت خلنا اشوف البريسيتس بيعطيني انزين خلنا اشوف دشيت بريسيت بيرفكت البريسيت قاعد يعطيني هاي everything is high and I get like around 80 to 90 FPS
okay
which is perfect it's playable يعني اوكي anything above 60 بالنسبه لي playable انا انزين especially ان اللعبه it's not an FPS game يعني اللي احتاج فيها 144
intensive
you're not what else that frame perfection لأنه when you play FPS you need that extra frames عشان you get your shot.
So basically اللعبه فيها presets فيها low medium original which is the PS4 graphics
okay
and then high ultra high
okay
and then I don't know where PS5 located in that
في يحطون لك نفس some games إنه if you increase the settings
يعطيك كم الفي رام اي انزين فحطيت قلت خلنا اجربها ماكس تشتغل عليه 40 FPS on ultra انزين اقدر تلعبها على 1080 resolution فقلت لا perfect 80 90 it's perfect اهم شيء above يعني study above 60 played it the game is the graphics is amazing
it's beautiful game. You played it once? You played
I watched people play it but I did not have
the
time
story is amazing and then I like everything about it and then what I hate about the game and then as I remember God of War used to be hack and slash as yet
yes
more
and then
يعني
it's just الحين it's more of puzzles and then as the making sure I love puzzles and then that's why I would give the game 9
I think حتى مثلا the fights in this one صايرة more about you strategizing what moves you use instead of just spamming.
I think it's because Kratos is getting a bit old and plus
but it's cool. I like the combat system.
It's not even
يعني it's not just you spamming trying to kill enemies. It's more of
Dark Soulish صايرة
and avoid some attacks. Use because in this game you have your
boy
your son. Everyone knows from the trailer. It's not a spoiler with you, and he can do some attacks. You're not controlling him, but he can combo with you. So you can both combo, and you can make it like a different combos and stuff. So you strategize, you make it different, make it fun.
I agree with you. I mean, they're introducing Kratos always been the type that just runs solo, and now having someone by his side, that means he has to change his play style.
Trust me, كان خاطر أسوي mute.
Boy.
واجد my skit.
Well, he's a boy.
He's just like بس يهدر
Boy.
You have to make your deepest boy.
I don't think that's my deepest.
بعدين رحت طالع بعدين خلصت اللعبة صير طالعت التريلر
راجناروك
انزين اي واحد ما لعب اللعبة لا يطالع حتى التريلر
it's a big spoiler.
بداية سبويلرز
Exactly, it's the first 1
تويتر
second.
كان متروس سبويلرز لما نزل راجناروك قال for Ragnarok trailer and I'm not gonna say why but it was a big issue.
I'd recommend anyone who never played who never played God of War من قبل يبدي في هاي شو اسمه the third 3 parts بتفهم كل شيء فيهم.
Yeah.
You can watch even a video
to
إنزين.
pick up the story يعني.
بالضبط. I like these type of games اللي it's chapters صايرة.
yeah
And
You
you
don't
stop
have
in
to-
chapters.
you
Exactly.
really have to play. يعني حتى إذا كلش ما تعرف ولا شيء في القصة اللي قبليين, it's mainly what is the story about this one, and شوية في like some stuff that comes from the
Exactly.
if you know you'll be like, oh shit, this is cool, you know.
it's like kind of Easter eggs.
Yeah,
kind of.
تقريبا.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. بس بعد it's a backstory يعني to know where your character who Kratos how did he get to this
يعني-
point يعني how did he become what he is.
يعني يمكن Kratos basically like just a small intro to the character itself. It's about someone who keeps on losing his god abilities
Yeah.
and regaining them. At the start of every old game, you play Kratos at his best, and then he gets like crucified. He's from the bottom, rising from the bottom
Yeah.
again. He has to kill some gods, obtain the abilities.
I'd like حد حبيت اللور mixing النورس mythology ويا الجريك
Yeah.
mythology واجد فان.
That's cool.
Looking forward انتظر راجناروك.
Ragnarok.
And then the problem is ما في
It's a
release date.
console, yeah.
And
And
then
it's only console.
exactly. So يعني إذا بتنزل اعتقد انها بتنزل بي سي خلاص. Sony's 100% they're releasing
Sony, يعني
I don't think
you
they will
know
release
what?
it on PC direct.
directly
Yeah,
100%.
but this I'm gonna talk about this later. But yeah, يعني Sony needs to have some moves that
لأن
I'm just gonna end it at
that
that.
was I was gonna say about it, and it's really cool to see a lot of some of the Sony games coming to PC. And نزلت هذه Uncharted just came out I think today or yesterday.
Yeah.
So which is Uncharted 4 only.
Yep.
But it's cool to see them on PC in Horizon
It
already
is,
is
of
there,
course.
and it's fun to be able to have like options. No matter you don't really have to own a PlayStation 5 to play PlayStation 5 games. You know, if I had the chance and they ينزلون Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales, I would really like to play those games. So I have to own a PS5 to play this, and I don't know
It's
متى
an
بينزلونهم.
inconvenience يعني to buy a whole system just to play
Yeah.
1 or 2 games.
You know how good it felt the day Halo Infinite campaign came out. I don't have to get an Xbox. I played it on a PC,
It's
and I
not
finished the
even
story
that.
on the PC. لأن if I had to, I would have borrowed or bought an Xbox to play the game. And
but
it's like
most likely borrowing because you know
and I'm not gonna buy a console for one
We
game.
broke.
You know? مو لأنه the console doesn't have games or stuff like that. بالعكس, probably في a lot of games I can play. But even if I'm not broke and I have the money, it's like, but if I buy an Xbox, I don't even have TV in my room. I have to plug the Xbox to my
monitor.
PC monitors, and I don't want that. I
And
want my
guess
PC
what?
monitor for my PC. You know.
Switching between, by the way, using your PC monitor as a console monitor is annoying.
Yeah. So it's and our monitors, even though they support 144, most likely on the consoles you need new monitors for this stuff. But yeah,
That's like-
it's nice to see that they released few games, but it would be better
If
if
they
they
just
are
release
more
everything.
نفس Xbox in to go
Yeah.
and okay, whatever game we're releasing on PC and PlayStation.
So far as future يعني بعد مرة ثانية قبل لا الحين قاعد انتظر راجناروك. انزين ابلاي اعتقد هسه على ستارت بلاي
Horizon Zero Dawn.
زيرو دون.
Yeah.
انزين
انت ما لعبته ولا مرة؟
ما لعبته بس يعني نفس
Because
الشيء
you were selling a lot of
اعرف
t-shirts.
واجد يا selling a lot of
It's
t-shirts
really amusing.
and hoodies.
and hoodies. فهاي الشيء بعدين اعتقد انه يوم ننتظر نينتندو يسوون حل حق هالموضوع. And they
بس
release that
this is
game.
again another thing. إذا بتلعب Horizon Zero Dawn وبتنزل Horizon
تنتظر.
Forbidden West, you have you either get a PlayStation or wait for a long
Yep.
time to play it.
Yeah,
But
it's
who
fine.
knows? I set that up by the way to notice PlayStation games start to release faster on PC, like back to back. They're getting more now. I don't know. Again, because of the Microsoft move, I feel like Sony is more pressured into releasing their games.
And about
Yeah.
Microsoft.
About
So-
Microsoft.
Let's go for that news. So
You know what? Bring out the button. The button that we have been waiting for
don't you
years.
guys have actual phones? Now they actually are laughing when they say that.
Oh,
And then, so the news hack that one person who maybe never heard about this.
Maybe
then I
living
think
under a
everyone in the
rock or
world heard about
something.
this. I think my mom knows about this by now. Microsoft يعني the people who have a lot of money in their pockets.
Let me just say, Microsoft has been dominating. Like,
And-
oh
and
my god, they're on a
just
streak.
anything أي شيء في بالهم is like we'll buy
Can
it.
we put Phil Spencer مرة ثانية هنا؟
I think next we'll put Phil Spencer. He's the new Gaben. So yeah, Microsoft bought or acquired
But
Activision.
they bought
Hey,
Activision.
it's acquiring basically someone. Activision Blizzard / King. They like to call it like this now, but it's Activision Blizzard. Everyone knows it's Activision Blizzard.
What the hell King is Candy Crush لا؟
Yeah, it's the same
إيه
company.
Candy Crush عمود مو شوي
I know
ترى.
مو شوي بس
عادي
يعني
تطلع بيزات زي الهيروز.
I know.
مو عادي 100%.
You don't have to go there, but okay.
But basically, the big news is Microsoft dropped the mic on Activision, and they were like, you know what?
68
ليش 68؟
68 point something billion. I
I
don't
don't
know.
care. They basically smacked Activision with 70
let's
billion.
say okay, let's say لا we're gonna round up who 68 point something billion. We're
Point
gonna
7.
round up 68.7. So if you round up, you either round up or round down. بيصير 69 billion. Nice. So they bought them for 69 billion. That's what I'm saying.
That's for their تعرف.
That's shame.
Dude, I can. The moment I saw the news,
That was huge. Honestly, أول ما شفته
I gasped.
أول ما
literally
طلع لي
took it-
النيوز
Yeah.
سيدة ترى اشتاق على I'm like
4
this is-
minutes.
I'm like no way this is not real. This is
It's
not real life.
real.
يعني إن
It's
أول ما صار
real.
أول إيه إن I saw the tweet مال فيل سبنسر. So it's not like a gaming website
Yep.
news حاط عنه. It's Phil Spencer.
ما
If
في أحد
Phil
كان
Spencer
يتكلم
قالها
عنها.
إيه if Phil Spencer said it then it's true. It's Phil. He is Microsoft. But I
exactly.
see that رسل على وقلت له Blizzard. Microsoft bought Blizzard.
Yeah.
The amount of كلمة fuck كان بيننا وبين حمود في الشات.
ورا بعض.
ورا بعض.
ورا بعض. Like
Right.
we're both we're not understanding or our mind is not comprehending what is happening.
What do you
$70 billion dollars.
I
You know
saw-
what?
Dude,
You know why
that's
I
not
say
from a
that?
mile
With this
away.
podcast, this whole podcast, for anyone who's new to Spawn Point podcast, this podcast, if you listen to every episode, and I know it's a lot of episodes, but if you listen to every episode من البداية للحين, you can see the history of Blizzard on the past, since we started to this day. We started the podcast with Blizzard being on the top. شوي they're dying off and we're losing hope with Blizzard. So you understand when we get to this point and we say, how this company been having the worst years in the past 2 years with everything, lawsuits, a lot of employees leaving, a lot of like
Dude.
founders of the company leaving,
The moment
games
Jeff-
dying, you know.
You know, I knew this. The moment Jeff left, I knew shit was real.
Yeah,
No way.
and then
Especially
Microsoft
Jeff.
is like, we'll buy you.
You know,
That's a
Microsoft.
lot of money.
You know what? How it happened exactly? The CEO got he just like sitting in his couch, but not even in his office, on his couch playing. Someone just proposes to him, "Hey, how about we buy Activision?" He was like,
إيه بروحهم خسرانين. خلينا نجيب بليزرد إياهم.
he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw some money, like a few billions will do.
إيه
He's
بالضبط.
like, screw it, man. I don't care. Let's just buy this. And that means a lot, to be honest. The implications of Microsoft buying Activision is not only buying a company, it's about also destroying Sony.
You know,
By the way, this
Let-
move literally
let
makes
me tell
Sony
you-
look like losers.
let me tell you one thing,
Like
and I just
nobody.
googled it. How much do you think? If you guys remember, but how much do you think Disney bought Marvel?
I have no bloody
ما
idea.
أتذكر والله.
And it's Marvel, you know.
I feel like millions, not billions.
It's 4 billion.
Okay.
Okay.
يعني Microsoft in the past year and a half, they bought Bethesda for 7 billion, and they bought Activision Blizzard for 70 billion, which is 10,
Allah يسلمك.
10 times of what they bought
It's
Bethesda.
not, it's 69.
That's 69 billion, but yeah, 70. بس يعني you imagine how much money they spent
تبى
on
تعرف.
buying companies.
You want to know something? The nice thing about Microsoft, again, this is I always mention this. Microsoft is so strategically smart
Yeah, they've
in
been very smart.
making profit in the smartest ways possible.
انت
Like
تدري
they're all about retention and expansion. And what the hell Sony does? Nothing.
تدري انهم
This does
Oh,
nothing.
Mims, sorry. غلطنا عليهم قاعد غلطي على سؤال. They ramping up the production of PlayStation 4 so you can buy a PS4 if you want
Nothing.
PS4.
Nothing. They're literally getting bitch slapped by Microsoft. Microsoft is making money, okay, from their electronics. They're making money from their consoles. They're making money from their games.
Yeah.
They're making money from their subscriptions, from their deals, from يعني
Game Pass.
exactly that's like subscriptions. Like my guy, Microsoft is, I swear to God,
It's doing the right thing.
is just like left and right acquiring things and just like increasing their
who's
profit.
Activision Blizzard
Activision and Blizzard.
It's
Activision
Activision
Blizzard
and then
is
it comes Blizzard.
Treyarch
And then Treyarch there.
Every studio
Raven
under.
High Noon Infinity Ward
Tan-
Toys for Bob انزين سليدج هامر انزين بليزرد وهايكينج
Yeah.
انزين تخيل كم هم دائما يتكلمون في اخر اي 3 اخر مره طلعوا مو في اي 3 شو اسمه ان عندهم 21
Oh, قصدك Microsoft.
Studios.
Yeah. They have 21.
حاليا these are the
They
studios
used to
that
have
export.
21
Holy.
first party studios.
Yes طالع يقد first party studios
Yep, I saw that photo. Yeah,
Jesus.
it's huge.
it's huge
Yeah.
It's huge.
Jesus.
And some people, before we move on to some people are saying, or there's a lot of talk في يعني إنه في the journalism for gaming إنه there might be issues with the deal going through and from the governmental side in the US and
أي.
basically
Wait, you're telling me the government has part of
no, the government
The
can
deal?
stop the deal because it might feel there is a chance it might feel like because of Microsoft buying this many studios,
okay.
they bought Bethesda,
Monopoly, no?
they bought and they're now buying Activision Blizzard, which is a big share of the market. Then when we used to look at it before, like few years, not even long time ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, we used to look at the big names who have big shares في market, which is this is what the market is defined. فمثلا عندنا Microsoft and they're all studios and then Sony and every studio under Sony. بعد عندنا other publishers مثل Ubisoft and all their games, EA and all their games, and then
Activision
Bethesda with all their game, Activision Blizzard and their all game. They all have different share of the market. So خلينا نقول مثلا Activision has 15% of the market share. Microsoft have 30, Sony have 20 شيء كذي خلينا نقول okay. But because Microsoft bought Bethesda and Bethesda let's say كانوا 8% of the market share. That's 8% extra to Microsoft.
Yeah.
And now they bought Activision Blizzard, which was 20%. So now 20% extra of the market share goes. So if they have the biggest control on the market, they can dominate the market. No one can compete with them.
Yeah, that's the purpose.
But when there is no and for the US market at least, when there is no competition, there is monopoly, the government can stop it because that will make it worse for the
consumers يعني إيه.
Yeah, but
if there is no competition, خلينا نقول okay, Microsoft are nice, but let's say if Microsoft has 80% of the market share, right? And if they want to decide that tomorrow every game is cost $90, no one can stop them because they have every major game coming to the market in the next year. They have Call of Duty. They have every game. يعني no one can say إنه مثلا إذا سوني جو قالوا okay we're gonna compete we're still gonna make our game $60. If it's cool, fine. Everyone wanna go to Sony, but Sony has 5 games and Microsoft had 60 games that coming out this year. So it's like I have to buy the Microsoft games, you know?
Yeah, but okay, this is where I feel like the government shouldn't stop Microsoft, but because let's look at Microsoft for the past 3 years or 2 years. Their main focus is the community.
Yes.
No way. I'm telling you from now.
بس في نهاية
No
الموضوع
way
it's
Microsoft
corporate يعني.
will do a move that will piss the people off. Then once you saw what happened to Activision. They pissed the community. The community shot back at them.
But
Hell, even the employees shot back at them. Like, you shouldn't mess with your consumers.
That's true. But what the way it is set up, and what if it happens? What if like this is the whole plan, right? Because okay,
Take a look at
Microsoft can come out and say we're not gonna do this, or they can show how they were been good for the past few years. But a lot of people can argue, and especially like competitors like Sony, Ubisoft, any company who's not under Microsoft right now can go and say, and yeah, maybe they are nice with the community and they're being really good, and it's all in their plan to show people, and okay, you can trust us, and to get everyone on their side until that to the point. Yeah, but it is possible.
It is like a net.
If there is a possibility, it's scary.
Yeah, but for me, again, they cannot do this, because once you do this, trust me.
You know what
someone would take.
I'm sure
down.
at some point, and I'm not saying this yet, but I know at one point the three of us here in the podcast, we said for Blizzard, and they would never do whatever other companies are doing. They will not make us. They will not make us pay for like microtransactions, stuff like that. They will not gonna. Listen, let me finish. They will not gonna scam us. They're not gonna make bad games. And look at what point we talked about Blizzard in the past past the whole year.
Okay.
We said that because we at that point we trusted Blizzard so much to the point we said there is no way Blizzard will go on and fuck us up.
Yeah,
and
but
then over and over fucked us, the community.
But listen, pause for a moment. Blizzard was functioning fine until Activision was like, "Hi, can I get some?" The moment they did this,
and you know what?
It's just like one headshot after another.
And you know what?
They corrupted themselves by themselves.
Yeah, and you know what? Now Activision is in Microsoft. The bad people that was in Activision are now part of Microsoft.
Yeah.
What if these bad people affect the Xbox negatively? They have to say that.
But listen, okay.
You cannot defend them forever.
No,
They're corporates.
I know.
Corporations.
I'm not saying in Microsoft is the good guy. All I'm saying is, if Microsoft is making the right moves, and plus they bought Activision because they know they have to take them in and fix this fuck up, and they know they can bring it back.
They know that because they know
they're gonna make money
out of it.
Yeah, okay, but it's an exchange at the end of the day. Of course, they're gonna provide the servers. They're gonna have a return. I don't mind with that. But I kid you not, I don't believe someone with Microsoft would be hearing from one of the Activision's fuck up, whatever higher asshole up there, and be like, "Hey,
let
me listen to your opinion."
Getting back to Xbox history. انزين حمود I'm sure you شفت documentary.
Of course they did have their
so they have a full documentary انزين about the history of Xbox. انزين the good thing in Xbox made it, so they're focusing on the fuck up they made.
Yes.
بس في واجد اشياء يعني اوكي Red Ring of Death تكلموا عنه بس ما تكلموا how they connect as a bad project.
It was a huge
fuck up.
The actual fuck up.
انزين عندي وكانوا يبون يصلحون الفك اب كونكت فيرجن 2 كانت في اكس بوكس 1.
I remember.
انزين مو اول مره مايكروسوفت اذا بناخذ الهيستوري القديم انزين وصار موضوعهم ويا بنجي انزين اي جت شلون كانوا يعاملون بنجي ليش طلعوا منهم بنجي
of course
هذه واحده من الاشياء.
One of the things بعد كان when the Xbox, I think this was what the Xbox One, when they announced the Xbox One, there was there was a DRM on discs. So if you buy a game and you put it in your console, then you cannot share that disc with anyone else.
That
was like one of their, and they had, they've been better at the past year or 2 or 3 years. I don't go, but there is always a chance that مثلا people change, right? People within the corporation change. It's a corporation في النهاية. Some people will be removed.
All about change.
Some people will be removed. Some people will be brought in, or some people will decide, I'm done with this company. I want to go find my new opportunities. خلينا نقول Phil Spencer is there. Phil Spencer is doing really good with Xbox now, and he's the head of Xbox now. But at some point, maybe Phil Spencer is like, okay, I have the opportunity with Tesla, with Apple, whatever,
Yep.
and another job, and I'll move on. فبيجيبون واحد مكانه, and that new guy will be like, I have 70% of the market share, اقدر اسوي اللي ابوي profit.
لا بس
But,
بعد فكر فيها انت من الجهه الثانيه. انزين لو اي قد بيخربون موضوع بيخربون مثلا على بليزرد، انزين ما اعتقد تول جيت وورست تو
وعلى
بليزرد.
اللي يخربون
لا انا
على
اتكلم عن الحين
the current
انزين
state of
كرنت
Blizzard.
ستيت مال بليزرد و هاو مايكروسوفت مايت سيف بليزرد.
لا.
انزين اكتيفيجن بليزرد بس ما اعتقد
أنا ما-
يقدرون.
Make it worse than it
لا,
is.
we all agree. The Activision Blizzard being with Microsoft is better for
Yes.
them and for the games
Of
and for the
course.
community as a whole.
يعني
But what I'm talking, يعني before we move on to that, what I'm talking about again, going back to the reasoning behind if the government can stop this acquisition, لأن it is just the idea of one company owning most of the industry or the market,
Yeah.
making the market very hard for newcomers or people who are there. مثلا other companies مثل Ubisoft or EA, they're huge, but comparing to Microsoft, they cannot pay 70 billion to just own a company,
Yep.
right? They have to put their own money. They have to make games or something. Microsoft has so much money from everywhere else that they can be like, you know what? We're not gonna make studios. Just buy them off.
yeah, but okay, that's the thing. One of the things why I do support Microsoft lately, they're all about providing games everywhere. And if you notice, you can even play on your mobile.
Yeah.
And their vision is basically to provide entertainment in every shape and form. And it's accessible for anyone with any capabilities. Yeah, you don't have to be a rich person or even mid-class to be able to play.
Yeah.
It's so what you can just buy a phone and you turn your phone to your console as well. Cloud gaming.
Again,
And this is the amazing thing about them. I'm not saying they're perfect. They might fuck up, but that's the thing. Once they fuck up, they will recall it back because why? They focus on the community. And the new vision of them is, again, the community.
Yeah, but again, Mims, you're not hearing that.
I know.
It's not about how good Microsoft is now or what they will ever be. And okay, they can always promise and they can. It's about what if the idea of what if we give them that thing and it happens, right?
Yeah, I
You
know.
cannot stop it by then because خلاص they are in the market. So
Yeah, I know.
maybe there is like fines, there might be something like that. But if they have the control, they have the control. No one can stop them. So I'm not against it. Relax. I want this to go through. But when I looked up and read about it, stuff like that, it does make some sense and why they wouldn't want one or two companies to have the most of the market.
Okay.
When we were here for Bahrain, one of our biggest example, and we always gonna go back to that example as customers. Long time ago, or now it's long time, but it still feels like for us, most of us, I think it still feels like few
Yesterday,
years back.
yeah.
We had only one internet service provider, one mobile carrier for Bahrain,
Yeah.
which is Betelco. And for them, they had the full, complete monopoly for Bahrain. That
Over
no
fiber.
one, yeah, not over fiber. Like
on
beginning,
everything.
when there was
when
no
the-
other company.
Yeah.
It was only them. So when you wanted to get a phone line ولا internet connection, لازم تروح لهم. And if that's their price, that's their price. They will never change the price. This
Yeah.
is it. You buy it at that price.
Yep.
Well, you
There is
can
no
just-
comparing. There is no for you going to this company to see. Oh, what do you have? Do you have a better offer for me? What are you gonna give me?
Yeah, I do understand.
There's no competition.
The competition whatsoever.
So
to
they were like having their best life عايشين شيء until the government allowed other companies to enter to the country. بعدين the prices at that year لما زين و Viva came in, which is CC now.
Yeah.
The prices dropped dramatically. Phone lines Viva, I remember أول ما جاء was like basically free phone line. You get a line, you pay like 2 BD a month.
Nothing.
Or when you call anyone anywhere for free, you barely. It was to us now. It's normal. قبل it was like a dream when it happened.
It is.
You used to pay like 20 BD عشان phone line. حق الانترنت ما شنو بعد مره واحده everyone has 2 BD. That's like that's 100% 10 times less money you pay in a month, you know. So that's why that's the scary about giving someone the full control, even though they're a good company and stuff like that, but it's still they have the control and they can do whatever they want.
Looking back إلى مايكروسوفت إنزين مايكروسوفت as a whole company مو موضوع اكس بوكس بس. مايكروسوفت being with us يعني أي محل لك بي سي أي محل موجود
since
مايكروسوفت.
we're like opened our eyes يعني
إنزين بالنسبة لمايكروسوفت الشيء الوحيد اللي خلاهم يوصلون للمحل اللي هم فيه competition ويا أبل. لو بدون الكومبيتيشن ويا أبل كان يمكن الحين على ويندوز 98
احنا.
competition is good.
What drives people يعني the companies to change and create new things and have different
helps the
parties.
customers.
The good thing إن هذه الكومبانيز اللي تحت مايكروسوفت إنزين are not مو دايركت يشتغلون كلهم في مكتب واحد ويا اكس بوكس. كل واحد بيتم نفس الشيء بس they all report إلى
فيل سبنسر
إلى فيل سبنسر دايركتلي. يعني الحين شو اسمه السي او اللي ما انشال مال شو اسمه
بوبي كوتيك.
اي انزين so he's the CEO of Activision Blizzard. انزين الحين he's reporting. تخيل انه ما كان يسوي ريبورت لاحد بس يمكن حق البورد انزين بس الحين he's reporting to someone else على كل شيء يصير. انزين فا اوكي بنشوف تطورات ازيد يعني 100% انه فل انزين اكس بوكس از اكس بوكس ستوديو مو سوري مو اول مره شو اسمه فعندهم they have their past experience having more experience sharing شو اسمه brainstorming new ideas will develop the gaming industry as a whole. انزين ان شاء الله يكون شيء زين حق الجيمنج اندستري.
That's what we most يعني I think most of the reception like I would say more than 90% of the people are happy about this happening.
يعني especially again يعني okay what I feel like Microsoft will not have full control over them. It's mostly about decisions that are impactful. يعني I'm talking about أبسط شيء we have 2 projects that has been like I don't know قرن like Diablo 4
and
Overwatch
2 yeah.
Like literally all we've been hearing this year shit
because of the issues they've been having with the employees they don't have anyone developing the games.
No, but يعني again I always talk about this again and again. If you're gonna screw over your employees
your games are not gonna
your
work.
company will get screwed over even more.
When are we gonna see effect? حاليا Bethesda ما شفنا.
I think it's going to take a lot of time. And the acquisition, I think the way they said in it for everything to and خلاص completely go for Microsoft.
And we're talking about
it's going to take almost over a year. يعني it's going to
بس Bethesda الحين ما شفنا.
No, it's not about that. It's about okay when a company acquires another company and they put them under their umbrella. We're talking about different vision, different mission. Restructure احتمال يصير. Some people might not be happy and they might leave. So all of these things again يعني we see it as بس اشتروا خلاص الحياة بتصير حلوة. بس in the behind the scenes there is always a shift between going back and forth لما they stabilize with the team they are convinced with and then they move forward. Oh shit, I almost smacked my red ball.
So one of the things that I saw as a post was I guys remember أول ما صارت مشاكل مو أول ما صارت يعني صارت مشكلة عودة مالت Activision Blizzard with their staff and harassment and stuff like that. فيل سبنسر في عندي الارتيكل هنا ان الارتيكل انه Xbox Phil Spencer tells staff he is evaluating all aspects of a relationship with Activision Blizzard. So I think their evaluation was like we're buying them all.
Exactly.
How to fix this issue? That was تاريخ November 18.
Because let me tell you something.
So November 18 they were like we're evaluating our relationship with them وبعدين they're like our relationship with them is going to be at the 18th January. It's like 2 months later.
Because let me tell you something, okay? Something people that don't understand احتمال. If a company, and let me tell you this, doubling down on it, if your company have sexual harassment issues, restoring the trust requiring a new management. The only thing to wash off your sins
No.
It's just to bring someone new.
I can I can argue against that, but
Okay,
let me
What
let me
can fix it exactly?
Okay.
For
I'll tell you exactly
if
what
the
fixes it.
current management is not doing shit.
You want me to tell you
Tell me.
a successful story of someone who fixed it?
Okay, tell me. No, I'm talking about someone who took a proper action, not whatever Blizzard is doing or Activision.
Yeah, someone who had a huge harassment, sexual harassment and stuff in their offices. I don't know if Allawi, you know this, but if you guys know a company that is completely got successful back out of a huge sexual harassment lawsuit على company مالهم. Do you have any guess? Okay, before I go to that, there is a report in the CEO of Activision Blizzard is expected to leave the company when the deal closes, so he might be gone by the end
You
of
know
the
what?
deal.
Okay, bye.
So قبل هذا on Mike Morheim شو اسمه page انزين.
Yeah.
So he retweeted انزين from الاكتر مال شينغ-تشي انزين. الاكتر مال شينغ-تشي please save StarCraft.
Love that.
So
Love
a
that.
successful company that did drive and I saw a video about this.
Yeah.
Drive back all the
Backlash
sexual
with it,
harassment
yeah.
and they dealt with it the right way. As Riot.
Yeah.
Riot had
True.
a huge sexual harassment.
It was one in their office in Turkey, was it?
It was on all their offices.
واجد في أزم من مكان إيه.
God,
And they are paying $200 million
Yep.
for the settlement.
Yeah.
But when the lawsuit happened, or when the whole thing came out for Riot, the thing that Riot did, and I saw a video about this as someone explaining the differences of how Riot versus Blizzard, when this happened to them, how did they manage it?
Right actions.
Riot did not focus on, oh, we're sorry, we're gonna fix this. We don't.
Sorry does nothing,
We're
by
not.
the way.
What Riot did is they pushed. They didn't talk about it. They made everything else. They made words. They focused on their games. They announced
هذا من 20
when it came
من 20 anniversary مالهم لا.
when this happened.
My 10 year anniversary.
So when this happened, and لما the whole sexual harassment thing and everything came out for Riot announced Valorant and Project L at that time. At that time. So it's basically when all of this happened, Riot, what they did is make people focus on different stuff on other this. What Blizzard did is just make it worse. People
what
leaving,
they
they're not fixing the issues. They're not facing it. They're not making any new games. They're not making news.
They're just
So
highlighting
when you are
every
as a casual player or casual gamer who's just يدش على Twitter to see some news or on YouTube, whatever, all you hear about Blizzard is the bad stuff.
Yeah.
When you hear about Riot, you might see the bad stuff. That's actually, but Riot now announced a new shooter game, Project A. They announced a fighting game, Project L. Wow, what the fuck? بعدين يحطون the opening ceremony مال شو اسمه اللي صار في China في 2017 with the dragon AR and stuff like that. Oh my god, what is this? A whole stadium. You're like, you forget about
Because
they cover the bad news with like,
It's
we're
not
gonna make
even-
better stuff. We are
ننسى-
getting better.
it's
لا
not
ننسى
even
موضوع
about, by the way, covering it up. It's like they fixed it in the most professional way and proper way possible while progressing. You know what?
So this is what I was saying,
Exactly.
and you don't have to change you don't need people to
You
buy
don't
you
need to
off,
change some
or
characters'
you're not,
names.
or you don't need to change your whole management and your whole company and everyone else عشان for you to fix your issues. You just need to deal with it right and focus on giving the people what they want, right? This is what Riot did. This is what Blizzard did. Blizzard didn't do anything that they had to get to this point.
لا
I
ننسى
mean, they
موضوع
made 70 billion بس
اقول لك لا ننسى موضوع هونغ كونغ
yeah.
ويا هارستون.
Oh,
هذه واحده من الفك اب اللي سووها.
There's a lot of fuck ups.
if they wanna cover الفك اب ويا فك اب ثاني
Yeah.
وهو بعدين
the,
ما يدرون.
okay. Basically, what we're saying is Activision have the worst ways possible
To deal with their
fix a
issues,
fuck
yeah.
up. I swear to God, every single time they want to fix a fuck up, it's like ياخدون a whole spotlight and they place it on the fuck
But
up.
that's-
Everyone look at the fuck up.
That was one of the things I don't know when I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about with this topic, because I know this is going to be our topic. The one thing was the acquisition pushback from like government and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And the other thing is Activision and Blizzard, both as a whole company, they fucked up so much and a lot of issues they've done. And now for that, they are going to get $70 billion. So it's like,
It's kind of a reward of a fuck up.
yes.
You know
It's
what
like,
I mean?
did they
Like,
fuck up too hard that they got rewarded?
oh, wait. Imagine if there's a conspiracy theory. Their plan was
Probably.
like,
Probably
like,
there is someone who
"Listen."
believes this.
No, it's like, imagine.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? We already fucked. Might as well fuck up more, and someone will be like, we're gonna buy you off for your fuck up.
And it's not a small amount. Like,
Dude, 70 billion.
yeah.
خلاص,
So imagine if you,
retirement. This is just retire.
after all you did with all your games, all your employees, and your community, you fucked up on every front, right? You fucked up with
Everything.
your employees and the way you did your
Eternally,
games.
externally,
and your
development,
community.
everything.
وبعدين for that, your punishment is
70
someone
billion.
who's buying you for $70 billion. It's like,
Life is a
do
joke.
they deserve that?
يعني الحين
They
اذا
deserve
قلنا
this much
I
money?
know, right? It's like, by the way, again, like, let's get back to the point where we said when Disney acquired Marvel, how much did you say?
$4 billion.
Exactly. And how long Disney was like live?
like,
Like, I think Disney
like
started
more 100
from-
years.
لا لا الحين احنا قاعد نقول قبل لا شو اسمه اذا
No, I'm
الحين
just saying like Marvel اللي هو is an old company and they got bought for 4 billion. Blizzard or Activision been around for خلينا نقول what 20 years
No, I
maybe
think more than
ولا-
20. I think like at least 30
30
something
years
years.
yes.
Okay, اللي هو Marvel has a
هذا
bigger
على بليزرد مو اكتيفيجن بعد اكتيفيجن اقدم
Activision قديم.
exactly. So I'm talking about MCU universe been there for more years than Activision.
لا لا بس
And guess what? It's cheaper than
الحين
Activision. What?
اذا قلنا الحين قطوا عليهم 70 بليون
Mhm.
اذا بنتكلم عن 2016 الجولدن ايرا عقب اوفر واتش بسنه
Yeah.
كم كانوا بيقطون
Worth
عليهم
the company. I'm
Yes.
guessing it's a lot.
Yeah.
Who took?
I would
لأن
say
أنت if you
like
think about it as a company مثلا احنا we look at Activision Blizzard because we're Blizzard fanboys. At some point we were Blizzard.
Yeah.
The three of us. Especially the three of us. هذا زين use not here today لأن use as a Blizzard boy but not as much I think as us. We played a lot
Yeah.
of Blizzard stuff, right? And ولما احنا نفكر في الشركة نفكر في all the games that we're disappointed with. World of Warcraft, oh, so sad.
You
Just
know-
Diablo, oh, so sad. Heroes, so sad. Overwatch, oh, so sad. Every game, but that's the failure games. Call of Duty worth. I think most of the money is the Call of Duty worth. Call of Duty makes so much money
True.
every year.
Yep.
And it's not one game that is يعني it's every year.
فرانشايز يعني قاعد نتكلم
Modern
احنا.
Warfare, which is Warzone, Modern Warfare, been out what 3 years ahead,
Yep.
and it's still one of the main games for them because it's the battle royale thing. And the last game اللي قبل آخر واحدة Vanguard Cold War, it was a lot of people bought it. But a lot of people bought Vanguard and now and they're paying money for like skins, DLCs, shit like that.
اكتيفيجن يعني doing well بس بعد جتهم فتره جولدن ايرا
Yeah.
يعني as the whole company ما ادري عن هاي كينج انت ما ادري ما
Probably King makes like more than any of them.
يمكن
probably.
كينج يطلعون بيضات ازم من وورد كرافت ازم من شو اسمه
It's
موبايل جيم
mobile
وكاندي
games
كراش
are crazy.
Yeah,
That's the
true.
thing. In our community, mobile games make so much money, but they're all quiet. No one talks. No one talks. يعني إن إذا شركة في تسوي ألعاب PC ولا console, if they make a lot of money, it's like all over the news. بس إذا mobile game sells, مثلا they make 1 billion transaction, مو 1 billion dollar, 1 billion transaction in a year. No one talks about it. It's all on the
لا.
quiet, on the low.
You know
حمود
why?
حمود خلي
anyone
ترانزاكشن
know.
خلي المايكرو ترانزاكشن من الموبايل جيمز الاعلانات اللي فيهم
Yeah, but microtransaction makes
Yes.
more than
True.
microtransactions are crazy. They make
بس
so much money from
يعني-
microtransaction. It's insane.
نحمد ربنا احنا مو بتوين جيم اند جيم اذا بنلعب مثلا نلعب فالورانت انزين يطلع لنا اعلان ولازم تنتظر فيه 25 سكند تطالع
true.
فيديو مأساة
But-
انزين مال شيء يقلدون على وورد اوف كرافت
Yeah, but that's the thing, يعني, to be honest. I feel like mobile games can get the highlight if they polish them up and make them more user friendly.
Who the thing is about mobile game that just fast as when they started out the way when the mobile games became very popular, the microtransaction thing was there from the beginning. For people are used, and it's part of it, right?
Plus it's on the phone, so it's like it's kind of.
In people's mind, this is part of what it is. When they try to introduce microtransaction, and there is a lot of microtransaction for games on console, on PC, but it's not as much as mobile games, because we're used to playing games without microtransaction. It's a lot of pushback. A lot of people who are not. I'm not gonna pay for this. I don't care.
Man.
في mobile games, people are like, it's normal. It's you have to pay. عادي. I think people are trained to, and it's a mobile game, so it's fine.
Not even
أنا بالنسبة لي
it's because mobile games حتى ترى by the way, if you notice, if you're gonna pay, first of all it's like one click وخلاص تنسى عنها. Second of all, paying on mobile, like the prices اللي يحطونها, it's like in the beginning you always start with this. It's like it's only 0.99.
Raid Shadow Legend.
Exactly, and then you end
one day will be sponsored.
Mims لعبتين لا؟
لا, I did not.
One day this podcast will be sponsored by
AFK Arena يمكن.
Yeah, I spent like 10 BD. Oh my god.
One day this podcast will be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, and we'll all play it.
AFK Arena.
I'm telling you.
Most of the games اللي على موبل انزين are pay to win.
Yeah, and it's normal. People are people are not pissed about another game or pay to win. It's normal. If a PC game تطلع اليوم and it has pay to win mechanics, people will uninstall so fast. It's like the devil. And then, but if it's mobile game and there is pay to win, it's normal. People play it normally. That's what I'm saying. In our mind, in everyone's mind, in the community كامل, in the gaming industry, if it's a mobile game وفيها pay to win mechanics, it's fine.
You know why? Because
it's
it gets bypassed. Then again, this is a mobile game. You're always on the go. So they're like, no one gives a shit about progress. Like everyone wants to pay وخلاص خلص الموضوع.
بس still في ألعاب توصل إلى مرحلة e-sport وتكون pay to win.
بس أقول لك this is the thing, right? This is what I'm saying. We always go back to, and it's completely normal for the customer. لأن no one is saying إن this is bullshit. We're not gonna play this game. And if we have pay to win, people are fine with playing pay to win because it's a mobile game. That's why the mobile game. This is why I'm saying King probably makes more money than Activision and Blizzard.
Because again, there's not much competition, by the way, on mobile games as much as on console or PC. games.
There is so much competition in mobile games.
Are you kidding? About the majority where it is. The highlight is also always موجود for PC and console.
Trust me.
I know
competition.
Hamoodz is working now on these things.
Mobile games have more competition with each other. Probably more with each other. The same company does two games.
Yep.
There's two games that's out for MOBA, for example, Wild Rift, and there is a game called Arena of Valor. Both of them are made by Tencent. And they directly compete with each other, but they are competing with themselves. But there is this game, it's there, and they make more. And because why would
even
Tencent could have stayed with a Wild Rift, and League of Legends is huge, and it has everything ready, cliche. But they're like, the market is too big. We can make a new game and people will play.
No,
that's how big it is.
Riot,
there is no way Riot will go out and make another MOBA to compete with League of Legends, because that will take a lot of the players من هني and a lot of players will stay there and not go for the game. But Tencent is like, we have so much players, we're making new games.
احنا 7 billion بني آدم على الكرة الأرضية. 5 billion at least عندنا تلفونات. And then don't you guys have phones? هذا اللي كان هذا اللي basically
they won.
Blizzard.
It's so sad though.
كانت
so sad. The guys اللي قالوا don't you guys have phone won. They are now telling us احنا خذينا 70 billion and you guys actually have phones, motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Get your phones out.
نزلت لويس أصلاً صار عنها.
I don't know, not yet. I think this year مفروض تنزل.
You know what? I'm gonna be when moving from mobile games and the acquisition and all of that. What is your expectations now? Microsoft, we have 5 minutes, but it's fine. Microsoft now.
We have like 10 minutes this we started late. So we have 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay. So الحين Microsoft took over Activision. Do you think some projects will get speeded up?
You
Is
know,
there any changes?
can I say one
that-
thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
أنا من أول ما شفت النيوز and it's in my mind. Microsoft, please.
Esport heroes.
لا, not esport heroes. I don't want esport heroes. Don't do it. But I'm worried that Microsoft is like, okay, we finished the acquisition. Let's look at the games we got. طالعون, Overwatch is a good game. World of Warcraft. What is this game? Heroes of the Storm. How much money we're losing out of this? This much?
بلد
Delete this game. Please no. I like the game. I don't play that. Just play.
حمود باكر دش اللانشر تشوفها مو موجوده.
Please, I like the game.
You know
Don't take
what?
out.
Imagine if they take it under their wing
No.
and they fix it up.
No. I don't believe Mims. You know what? I want that, but zero hopes. You know, because if I put hopes and it doesn't happen, I will be sad. So zero hopes. There
Okay,
will be. My hope is the only hope is Microsoft and Activision Blizzard do not scrap Heroes of the Storm all just completely.
Yeah.
Please keep it. Please make it. Unless they take the whole engine, they delete the game, but they're like, okay, but we're making a new game. It's not only the Blizzard universe, it's the Microsoft universe. So every hero from
That's a
every
good
Microsoft.
idea.
So they have people from Bethesda's games, they have people from Microsoft games. So
جاروش ضد ماستر تشيف.
that would be cool.
That
Fuck
would be
that.
actually-
That would be cool. Why not?
اكس بوكس برول.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
And you have so many heroes in every universe. This was the idea of Heroes of the Storms, and it's every universe of Blizzard has that account. So people from StarCraft, people from Overwatch, people from
Just
World of
like,
Warcraft, people from
So
just like Kingdom Hearts,
Diablo.
it's like they brought in two different
so
universes.
you have
together.
all of these characters already. But عندك every game that you paid for, so you have. Fuck it, you want to bring Ghost from شو اسمه Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, bring him on. Fuck it.
wait, so شيئين. اولا طول عمرنا كانت Call of Duty versus Halo. So now Call of Duty and Halo belong to the same
Company.
Like, I wouldn't consider it, by the way, an Halo versus Call of Duty
Yeah,
because
come on. 2007, 2008, it was
always
you
been
either buy
Call of
Halo or you
Duty.
either
No,
buy
no.
Call of Duty. It was
in my
PS4,
mind,
PlayStation 3 versus Xbox 360.
I'm not talking about the situation. I'm talking about in my mind because I differentiate between Halo and Call of Duty because one is a faster paced gameplay and the other one is more
Vince, but
strategic.
you're talking about if someone has common sense. Most gamers don't have common sense.
Exactly.
Most gamers
I
are
know,
Call of
I know.
Duty.
Most
I'm
gamers
not
are
talking
like
about that.
PlayStation or Xbox that they fight.
No, listen, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about myself. Like, this is how I differentiate. Like, I don't see
Yeah,
them.
but we're talking the
falling
way
under
Allawi
the
is
same.
asking
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
the whole industry, the whole market.
Yeah, of
It's
course,
always been
it's a
always been
fandom.
competing.
Yes, a fandom, of course. They all start
زين
war between
هذا
each other.
واحد. انزين الشيء الثاني عندنا شنو اللي بيقدرون يسوونه جيم باس انزين ويا Activision Blizzard. So are we seeing Call of Duty on Game Pass? تعرف Call of Duty on Game Pass يعني PlayStation.
Rainbow Six Extraction on Game Pass. Anyone? You guys excited? It's
Nee.
fun. Okay.
So اقول لك
Sorry,
يعني.
Ubisoft. I tried.
So الحين يعني اذا نزلت اكس بوكس سوري اذا مثلا قالوا Day 1 on Game Pass
Yeah.
بتدفع عليها $3 ما ادري $10 ما ادري كم وبتحصلها on Game Pass وما يحتاج تروح تاخذ بلاي ستيشن. انزين تشتري لك بلاي ستيشن تروح تشتري
They
اللعبه
need to make the Xbox app better. Sucks.
ويا الوقت adding
لو
more
يسوون
games.
Xbox app exactly Battle.net, I'd be fine with that. Battle.net works better for me.
ما اعتقد
Imagine.
باتل نت عندهم 5 العاب ما 6 العاب.
Wait.
بس if they take the concept of Battle.net يعني they don't have to keep
ياخذون الكونسبت من ستيم ويسوون لنا واحد
ياخذون
نفسه.
Battle.net and they make Xbox app the new Battle.net.
انزين هذا واحد. are we seeing World of Warcraft subscription على شو اسمه Xbox Pass as well.
Who knows?
So you don't need to pay.
Maybe they remove the
شو اسمه يمكن يشيلون subscription.
as a whole, and if you have a Game Pass, you have the game.
فهذا الحين احسن شيء.
What is your mind? What did you go?
I'm like,
How did you get lost?
It's like,
This is so fast. We're talking about normal things. This is not keyboards anymore, Mims. This is not technical stuff. We're just asking if the games from Activision will be on Game Pass. How are you lost? Please.
So آخر شيء EA is on Game Pass.
Yeah,
إنزين. Every studio under Microsoft is on Game Pass. حاليا Activision و Blizzard Games.
But I don't know how when will
إنزين.
they be there.
So كم لعبة عندك تشتريها على ستيم؟
I don't know.
Are
Hey,
you
they're
saying in
they're
Microsoft-
always that like small company games that يعني there's no big publisher or something. They just مثلا who did Project Zomboid? I'm not even sure.
It's
Wait, wait.
indie developer.
Hey, فمثلا okay that kind of game.
Yeah.
It's just on.
So
on
are
Steam
we
because
saying
it's easier for people to
Steam
release it.
Steam will convert into indie
For some games probably.
شو اسمه
Wait.
ستور.
wait,
What about اخونا الحبه اللي ما حد يشتهي Epic Game.
Oh
No
shit.
one
yeah.
talks about Okay, listen. Are we talking about in the Microsoft will be like store versus Steam store? Is this
Technically,
where are we going with
Technically,
it?
yes.
لأن again this is what I was saying من البداية. Microsoft now will have the biggest games under their so they can if they want, but Microsoft's not been doing this because even with them having the Game Pass and having their own launcher,
Yeah.
you can still buy their games on Steam.
Yes.
يعني Halo Infinite if you want it you buy it on Steam.
بالنسبة
You don't have
لهم-
to- even though it's their big game, you still buy it on Steam easy, right?
بالنسبة لهم اوكي اذا اقدر احط برودكت مالي هني وهناك ليش لا؟
Yeah. بس if they want to they can just make it all on Xbox app, and if you want to play the next Call of Duty you have to go to Xbox app. I mean already Call of Duty is not
بتكون
on the
اعتقد
Steam.
I don't think they're
اعتقد
gonna
بيكونون
be this much
موجودين
of
على
assholes.
Imagine
Blizzard.
يخلون شو اسمه
Call of Duty
on
على
Steam.
Steam.
that would be cool.
اعتقد
I feel
اعتقد
like
هاي الدايركشن مالهم
Yeah,
يعني.
because حطوا بالك ترى by the way from what we have
So this is
with
beneficial for Steam more than Xbox.
Yeah.
Steam will get
لا.
more games.
بالنسبة بالنسبة
But they
لهم
get
احنا
a share. يعني Microsoft ترى by the way whenever I'm sure they're gonna have a deal with Steam. يعني it's not just gonna be a one
Yeah, it's not going to be 30% اكيد بيخلوا
Yeah,
لهم.
yeah.
فيل
They're huge.
سبنسر يتزوج جيبن.
They make the best launcher. So yeah, we're almost at time.
مو يتزوج يعني I mean
يعني like in
I know.
yeah, they get
you
together.
think how much if Activision Blizzard was worth? Last question: if Activision Blizzard is worth 70 billion, how much is Steam worth? Can Activision ever buy? I mean, can
خلنا
Xbox
نشيك.
ever buy Steam?
خلنا نشيك اول رقم بشوف
Oh,
بقول لكم.
shit, man.
Do you think they can do that? I mean,
Nah.
Microsoft been throwing money, man.
Listen. Steam, their value is very high.
Probably, yeah. They're like
I'm
the
talking about
has a big
It's
market
the
share.
main
Okay.
PC
Mo-
store.
Yeah. For gaming, yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, do you think they're just gonna be like, oh, we want 70 billion?
Do you think Steam don't have like
2011
100 billion?
So
I don't think they're gonna be.
2011
I
في
think Steam's worth trillions.
so 2011
No, I know, I
Yes.
know.
2000
Apple is trillions.
2011 اسمه فوربس اي
Forbes.
فوربس انزين
Forbes.
فوربس انزين
How much?
given estimation مالهم كان 1.5 بليون.
That's it, 2011.
Yes.
لحظة أوريتك
It's
Steam.
huge inflation since then. Yeah, Steam, yeah. But that's 2011. That's 10 years ago. 12,
Dude,
11 years ago.
لحظة.
So who owns who? Steam owns Valve ولا Valve owns Steam?
I have no clue. Probably Valve on Steam, 100%.
Fuck. But I'm just gonna say their value because okay, when they started they were something, and now the amount of things.
Yeah, it changed completely. And then the
Steam is a
growth,
different
the growth
monster.
in the market
Yeah,
من
yeah.
2011 للحين how much gaming grew. It's
It's actually
it's
I
not
would say
compared.
Steam is one of the stores that kind of shaped up the other stores.
Yep.
And no one can race to
100%.
them.
100%. I agree.
So it's like if you're telling me they're just gonna be like against 70 billion, okay,
No,
it's
no,
bullshit.
yeah. Probably more than 70 billion.
I like how
in
I'm
my
shaming Activision like 70 billion.
yeah, like 70 billion is nothing. It's like
There is a website يعطيك كم سعر اكونتك في ستيم.
oh, I don't want to know that.
Exactly. But you know what? I'm kind of salty because these assholes got free money, kind of, I would say.
After
Then
all that shit they've done.
You know, it's like when you burn the house and someone be like, here you go, 70 million
Insurance
for me.
money.
Exactly. It's like,
And you burned it by
Exactly.
بالعمولة قاعد تحرق. It's like,
exactly. So this is how it feels like. And I'm like, can I get some of that money? Like,
but this is not like this. This is like if someone went and killed someone in front of
Yeah.
everyone, and then
Everyone's like
the country
rewarded
came
them.
like, hey, here you go, money, good job.
Yeah.
I just murdered someone, but yeah, here you
You
go,
know what?
money.
It's like you give someone money, it's like fuck off somewhere else.
Yeah,
just we
just
want
don't be here, yeah.
Exactly. So it's like rewarding someone not to تعرف.
Not to do it again.
Exactly.
So yeah, this was our time.
Yeah.
One last thing.
No.
Came past 25 million subscribers. God damn. Let's go. Microsoft winning again. I think Microsoft will take over all our life. They will buy Spawn podcast someday. But not today. Anyway, yeah. I know we talked a lot about this topic, and this topic can go forever. We can stay one more
Yes.
hour. and
I
talk
think
about this
I think
topic.
بعد بنفتح
Yeah.
الموضوع
Yeah.
الأسبوع
We
الجاي.
can by the way, I kid you not, for days.
Yeah, this
weeks,
topic is huge. This is
years.
the biggest thing I think will happen this
You
year.
know-
And gaming, I don't think anything will happen as big as this
Especially
year.
because we're really passionate here when it comes to
And it's only January.
God damn.
You know?
This year is filled with
خلاص, it peaked at the beginning. It's only going downward from here. It's not gonna get better. Don't expect anything better than this. This is the best episode ever done. Nothing will happen
this
again.
is basically the tea.
So yeah, thank you all for joining us on this podcast episode. Thank you for everyone on Twitch chat who joined us this week. We're sorry that it's been like delayed and very fast happening, but hopefully next week we'll be back on the normal timing with the normal activities that we do on the podcast at 7:30 on Friday. If you're listening or watching to this episode after it was recorded live, join us on Twitch on Friday. We'll do our usual stuff. We have fun before the podcast, talk with chat, try different new things, Mims, that bring to us.
Exactly.
Allawi has some things bringing out this tangle. So we'll be here on twitch.tv/respawnbh. But if you want to listen or watch this episode, we are on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and on YouTube. Just search Spawn Podcast. Easy. We'll see you all next week. Thank you and bye-bye.
اللقاء.
Bye.